Alrighty, this is Thin Duke. I'm going to show you real quick how to play this game like a decent player, okay? You see all these tentacles, essentially, these red dot lines shooting out in every direction. This is always going on because what I do is, for example, look what I have in the top corner. I have 315 spearmen, 100 axemen, 66 light cavalry, and 103 mounted archers to work with. So look at this. You want to find the villages that are currently not being raided. And I'm going to go 1, 1, 1. Wait, this one didn't get it. I'll go again. See, I just hit 1 twice, and I sent 115 spearmen there. Here's another one. Look, I'm only choosing barbarian villages. And when I say barbarian villages, I'm not talking about this Eric's village here, because Eric's village could have some shit there. Not only that is your units walk much quicker to barbarian villages. Here's another one. I'm going to send 100 of these. I'm going to send 300 axemen. My axemen are number 3, so press that. Bam, I'm ready. I'm going to do this. I'll send all 66 to my light cavalry. Okay, so you just press it a few times. And then this one, I'm going to send 2 waves, 30 apiece of my 104. And I have 44 of these left, and then so I'll send the 44 leftovers mountain archers here. Now at this point, I'm going to hit this button right here to switch to the next village. I can press that, bam, my building just got made. And all I have at this point, it looks like, is 92 axemen. Okay, so at this point, I need to find the next barbarian village. You hear all those sword sounds? That's the sound of my attack arriving. Okay, so now that, notice this. My 2 villages, they have 0 units in the base defending, except for this stupid paladin. But, I mean, it's just, he doesn't even carry that much anyway, so it's kind of like a waste of my time. Anyway, so I go back to this place. The moment you have one queue spot open, you got to get on to the next one. The problem I have is it appears that I have essentially no resources right now, but because I sent all those guys out, I expect a lot more to come very soon. So I have 3 options. Wall is basically what you make when you're like so down on your luck, but it takes a little bit of time. This one is going to take 40 minutes. This will take 35, and this one's going to take 50. So actually at this point, since I'm actively playing right now, I'm going to take the 35-minute one, because this will give me an opportunity to queue up the next thing. For example, if I'm about to go to fucking sleep, I don't want to do the 35-minute one. I want to do the one that takes 5 hours or something, and then I'll queue 2 of them up, so that way by the time I wake up, it's just finishing queue. But basically, you always want, see this over here, you always want this thing to be green and this to be green. Because red means that the queue is going to be up very soon. In this case, I think if it's less than 4 hours, you get red. If it's between 4 to 8 hours, you get orange. And if it's over 8 hours till completion, you get green. And considering 8 hours the amount of time you need to sleep, if you go to bed with both these things green, you'll be fucking fine. So that's something you need to think about. One more thing, when I was showing you, look, I got some more troops back in the time we've been talking. Let me show you this. I need to go 2 swordsman bunches, and then some axemen, then I'll send some spearmen and some mountain archers. Here's what I'm doing when I'm doing this. Oops, let me go. What you gotta do is you go into your place, you go to the rally point, and then once you go in the rally point, you get to create these presets. So let me just show you the first one, what this looks like. When I press 1, it's my spearman button. So it sends, when I press 1 on the keypad, it sends 100 spearmen. Then you come down here, you press 1 to attack. So every time I press 1 on these buildings, it's 100 spearmen to attack. And then For swordsmen, to get 100 swordsmen, it's button number 2. I send 100. For axemen, it's button number 3. I send 100. For 4 and 5, I send 30 cavalry units. For 6, I think I'm sending. These are archers, not 100 archers. That's stupid. Because the thing is, archers only have a carrying capacity of 10. And so if you're going to send them, you need 200 archers to even match like 100 swordsmen or whatever. Anyway, so the way you set these up is in such a way that you can just spam on every village around you. You don't need any defense because the amount of time, if you're sending an attack to a neighboring city, it's going to take a lot more time than it will to raid a barbarian village. For that reason, if they decide to send you attack, all of these units will come back and retract into your village before anybody is capable of launching an attack that's going to hit you in that time. So for that reason, early game at least, you don't need to really worry about someone just coming in while you're farming, because they move so much slower than your guys. I can move all the way out here, come back before this guy right here can come back, like come over to my village. So these are some starters. Just think about the presets. It's at the rally point, and always be farming, and always try to max out your potential as far as, you know, right now I'm supply capped at I have 0 availability on my farm. So right now my farm is coming out, but there is there is a need to balance between recruiting units and your population and your farming and trying to get these resources up. We have 20 iron mine. Are these all 20 now? Okay, 20 tinder camp, and I have an 18 clay pit. So, I mean, and this is only with a 10 headquarters, because frankly, once you hit level 8 headquarters, you don't need to upgrade it at all unless you're going straight to level 20. And at that point, you have to have a lot of resources. So this is why it's a good idea to upgrade your iron mine, max out your army so you can seize resources, and also get these up high. And at that point, you want a big ass warehouse, because unless you have a big warehouse to store all the stuff you're stacking, there's no way you're going to be able to pay for it. So there's many elements to it, but you'll figure it out. And that's about it for a start.